You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Neon Genesis Evangelion. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we're going to be reviewing Neon Genesis Evangelion for today's anime review. So, Neon Genesis Evangelion is a Japanese mecha anime television series produced by Gainax and Tatsunoko Production, which Tatsunoko Production was known for Speed Racer and Robotech and Gotcha or Super Dimension Fortress Macross and particularly Gotcha Man series as well. I forgot to mention that one in. Directed by Hideaki Anno and broadcast on EV Tokyo from October 1995 to March 1996, which is around the same year as Fushigi Yugi's final episode and the first episode of Rurouni Kenshin, which is probably around the same year. The cast included Megumi Ogata, which we'll get to more about the cast, Kotono Mitsuishi and Misato, and Megumi Hashibara and Yuko Miyamura. And the music for the series was composed by Shiro Saigisu. So let's review about Neon Genesis Evangelion. In 2015, 15 years later, after a global cataclysm is known as the Second Impact, teenager Shinji Ikari is summoned to the futuristic city of Tokyo 3 by his estranged father named Gendo Ikari, the director of the Special Military Force NERV. Shinji witnesses United Nations forces battling an angel, one of a race of giant monstrous beings whose awaken was foretold by the Dead Sea Scrolls. Because of the angel's near impenetrable force fields, NERV's giant Evangelion biomachines synchronized to the nervous systems to their pilots, and possessing their own force fields are the only weapons capable of keeping the angels from annihilating humanity. NERV officer Masato Katsuragi escorts Shinji into the NERV complex beneath the city, where his father pressures him into piloting the Evangelion Unit 1 against the Angel. Without training, Shinji is quickly overwhelmed in the battle, causing the Evangelion to go berserk and savagely kill the Angel on its own. Following hospitalization, Shinji moves in with Masato and settles into life in Tokyo 3. In his second battle, Shinji destroys an angel, but runs away afterwards. Distraught, Masato confronts Shinji and decides to remain a pilot. The NERV crew and Shinji must then battle and defeat the remaining 14 angels in order to prevent the third impact. A global cataclysm will destroy the world. Evangelion Unit 00 is repaired shortly afterwards. Shinji tries to befriend its pilot, the mysterious, socially isolated teenage girl named Rei Ayanami. With Rei's help, Shinji defeats another angel. They are then joined by the pilot of Evangelion Unit Number 2, then mutilated by insufferable teenager bitch by the name Asuka Langley Soru, who is German, Japanese American. Together, the three of them manage to defeat several angels. As Shinji adjusts to his new role as a pilot, he gradually becomes more confident and self-assured. Asuka moves in with Shinji and they begin to develop confused feelings for one another, kissing at her provocation. After being absorbed by an angel, Shinji breaks free to thanks the Eva acting on its own. He is later forced to fight an infected Evangelion Unit Number 3 and watches its pilot as his friend and classmate named Toji Suzuhara incapacitated and presumably permanently disabled. Asuka loses her self-confidence following a defeat and spirals into depression. This is worsened by her next fight against an angel, which attacks her mind and forces her to live her worst fears and childhood trauma, resulting in a mental breakdown. In the next battle, Rei self-destructs Unit Number 7 and dies to save Shinji's life. Masato and Shinji visit the hospital where they find Rei alive, but claiming she is the third Rei. Masato forces scientist Ritsuko Akagi to reveal the dark secrets of Nerve, the Evangelion Boneyard, and the dummy plug system, which operates using clones of Rei herself, who was herself particularly was created with the DNA of his mother Yuki Ikari. This succession of events leaves Shinji emotionally scarred and alienated from the rest of the characters. Kawaoru Nagisa replaces the catatonic Asuka as pilot of Unit Number 2. Kaworu, who initially befriends Shinji and gains his trust, is in the truth foretold angel Tabriz. Kaworu fights Shinji and then realizes that he must die if humanity is to survive, and asks Shinji to kill him. Shinji hesitates but eventually kills Kaworu, causing Shinji to be overridden with guilt, which is very more strange of what you expect. Speaking of which, after the final angel is defeated, Seal, the mysterious cannibal overseeing the events of the series, triggers the Human Instrumentality Project, a forced evolution of humanity in which the souls of all mankind are merged for benevolent purposes, believing that is unified humanity could finally overcome the loneliness and alienation that has eternally plagued mankind. Shinji's soul grapples with the reason for his existence and reaches an epiphany that he needs others to thrive, enabling him to destroy the wall of negative emotions that tormented him and reunite with the others who congratulate him. So that's my review on there. Director Hideaki Anno fell into deeply depression following completion work on Nadia, The Secret of the Blue Water, and the 1992 failure of the Royal Space Force The Wings of Anime's sequel project, according to Yasuhiro Takiada. Anno agreed to a collaboration between King Records and Gainax while drinking with King representative Oshimichi Otsuki. King Records guaranteed an Anno a time slot for something anything. Anno began developed of the series around in 1993 around the notion of not running away, which had been the underlying theme of Aoki Uru, an earlier Anno project that had failed to move into production. Early into the production, Anno stated that his intention to have Evangelion increase the number of otaku anime fans, particularly by attracting interest the medium. According to him, the plot of the series reflects his 4-year depression. In the earlier design phase of Evangelion project, several formats were considered, including a film, a television series, and original video animation, shortened as OVA series. The producers finally opted for the television series, as it was the most widely accessible media in Japan at the time. The proposed title, Alcyon, was rejected due to its lack of hard consonant sounds. I really loved Neon Genesis Evangelion because it's my favorite anime. If you ever watched anime in the 90s, some can like this anime, some may hate this anime, but which is entitled to opinions. So, I gave Evangelion 5 out of 5 robots. Evangelion borrowed certain scenarios and the use of intersection as a narrative device from the previous Anno project entitled Gunbuster. He incorporated the narrative sound structure of Nadia and multiple frames of reference to leave the story open to interpretation. Over the course of the writing process, elements of the Evangelion storyline evolved from the original concept of the female protagonist who was initially proposed for the series, but the idea was scrapped. Originally, the first episode presented the battle between an angel and Rei. Well, the character of Shinji was only introduced after the angel had been defeated. Further changes to the plot were made following the Rikyo sex sarin gas attack on the Tokyo subway in March. Azuma Hiroki has said that the original Evangelion story was too close to reality. From Anno's point of view, basically, Anno thought that the original scenario was not suitable for broadcasting and he feared censorship. However, he has also criticized Shinriko because they lost contact with reality. For this reason, Azuma stated that the Evangelion that has lost any contact with reality for this reason. Azuma stated that Evangelion is an intrinsic and creative of Aum. The final version of the story reflects inspiration drawn from the numerous other anime and fictional works. Chief among these are Space Battleship Yamato, Mobile Suit Gundam, Devilman, and Space Runaway Ideon. The series also incorporates tributes to childhood Zen, the novels of Ryu Murakami, the Andromeda, the Divine Invasion, the poem Pippa Passes the Hitcher, and the several television series including The Prisoner, Thunderbirds, Ultra 7, and Ultraman as well. The development of the Neon Genesis Evangelion series ran across close to deadlines throughout its production run. The initially that's the first two episodes were screened on the second Gainax Festival in July 1995, only 3 months before they were aired on television. By episode 13, the series began to significantly from the original story, and the initial script was abandoned. The number of angels was reduced to 17 instead of the original 28, and the writers changed the story's ending, which has originally described the failure of the human instrumentally project after an angel attack from the moon. Not only did the series suffer from scheduling issues, but according to Anno, despite Gainax from the studio series, the company itself integrating materials and staff for the full production of the series, only 3 staff members from Gainax were working on the series at any time given, and the majority of the series production was outsourced to Tatsunoko Production. In 1997, Hideaki Anno and Gainax released the 2 animated feature films providing an alternate ending for the Neon Genesis Evangelion series, which are Death and Rebirth, Earth, and The End of Evangelion. Because there's only religious dealings with Christianity, Book of Judaism, Kabbalah, and mysticism, and anything from Book of Genesis, particularly religious arts on Neon Genesis Evangelion has begun to dealt with. If you ever watched Neon Genesis Evangelion, if you either read the manga or if you watched the original Neon Genesis Evangelion, that's the part of how I dealt with my experience with Neon Genesis Evangelion. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Neon Genesis Evangelion. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts about it. I really loved Neon Genesis Evangelion. Some may like it, some may do not like it, but we are entitled to our opinions. But we have, even though I have 2 DVD volumes of Neon Genesis Evangelion on DVD in my anime collection. Hope subscribe for content. My anime plan, link in the description down below. Share this video on your Twitter and Facebook if you have Twitter and Facebook account and all social media. Feel free to leave in the comments section about Neon Genesis Evangelion in the comments section below if you like. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking the like button on this video. Please subscribe to my channel, RurouniK95. Feel free to join if you're new to my channel. Click on my notifications bell button. Check out my videos that I'm uploading as well. Keep it otaku for my anime review on Neon Genesis Evangelion, because this is the first time I get to do a review on this. Thank you for watching my anime review, and I'm glad you liked it and enjoyed. And see you soon for the next anime review, and hope you have a great day. Stay tuned for my next anime review, because you won't want to miss it.